Salutations, welcome. So, little over a year ago, I started this game for a game jam, and it was originally going to be a Halloween game jam. But when I made the game, even though I tried to make it Halloween themed, I couldn't get it. I couldn't seem to make a Halloween game because I think it was a bit too cutesy, and I was just like, okay, screw it. I scrapped the Halloween themed, and it just became just a regular, just normal game. A little pachinko game. Called Lulabea's Bubble Drop. So the development has been off and on for like, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Development's been off and on for like a year. So I haven't been exclusively working on this. So I haven't just waited a full on year for this very simple bubble game. So essentially the premise of the game is you got a ball up here. You drop it, you get points. I feel like I've talked about this before with, like, ironically a year ago I talked about this, of how the game plays. Essentially, I don't think anything's changed, to be honest. There's like one thing that's changed, and that's like the kind of end result. Because your goal was to get a certain amount of points, and you get like two endings, but you only see it in text. But I scrapped that, and now it's just you get a high score. And it's just a high score game. Try and get the high score, and that's pretty much it. There is a little bit more to it as well. You can get, if you pop enough of these bubbles, these pins, you can get. You can go into a gacha and you can unlock new balls. So, for example, this is one of the balls you can unlock. I think originally there was going to be a lot more balls, but I did have to restrain myself and be like, hey, let's not. I want to keep it durable and workable within a particular time frame. Okay, so we're going enough for a gacha, so we're gonna quickly spin the gacha. I'm actually curious. I don't think I played a lot of this, but apparently I've already got one of the best balls, but I don't remember getting any of the balls. Okay, so it is a bug, ironically. Cool. So that's something I gotta look into. Got one of the rarest balls for some reason, and I have not spin the gacha once, at least on this save. And I got it anyways. Apparently, again, it's new, but it is definitely not new. That is interesting. That's what you want to see when you want to talk about your game. So I guess we're gonna equip it anyways, even though we already technically have it, which is really weird. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a different ball. Of course, it's that one. There's leaderboards as well. There's 3 different leaderboards. There's one for score attack, one for lifetime score, one for lifetime bubbles popped. The only reason why I did multiple leaderboards is because, at least with my specific subscription to GDevelop, I'm able to create unlimited leaderboards. But I think for the most basic tier of GDevelop, I think you only can have one per game. I think it's 3 max, but I'm not quite sure, so I'm not going to talk about it, and it could change at any point, so I'm not going to date this video. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. So there are a few places you can play this. You can play this, as you can see right now, on the itch.io. You can download this off Google Play, and you can even play this on GD Games. GDevelop's own little personal kind of page, website for uploaded GDevelop games. And after finishing the game, I'm not gonna lie. No one ever tells you this. I've watched so many different devlogs. I feel empty. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I'm gonna feel something when I feel this. I'm like, oh my god, I've actually finished the game. But I feel hollow. And it's really sad and a little bit anticlimactic, but technically I'm not finished yet, because I do want to try marketing the game, at least try some different forms of marketing. But it's just essentially, that's just it. It's just moving on to the next game. If this is what game development feels like, then it is a bit weird. I will say though, I am proud of myself that I actually finished the game. And I don't think a lot of game devs can say that, because I've noticed there's a trend where people overscope and make these giant games and they never finish them. we could like romanticize like the ideas of all these kind of these indie gamers. Like there's two I think about specifically in mind: the creator of Stardew Valley and the creator of Undertale. I don't actually know a lot about Undertale's development, but I actually know a little bit more about Stardew's development. And the guy who made Stardew Valley, he hated it. Like not all the way through. I think, to my knowledge, up to like he worked on it for many years, but I think I want to say like year number 3 or 4, because he worked on it for many different years. He started hating it and he just didn't want to work on it anymore. And as a game developer, I get it. I've got like 4 incomplete games, not even just games, like projects, and I'm like, I get it. Like I am addicted to starting projects, and at least I'm aware of it, and I stopped it and I said, hey, I'm not starting a new game until I finished at least a few of them. I've finished Lullabea's Bubble Drop and I am happy that I finished it, but again, that doesn't escape that I still feel empty. It's really weird. But yeah, it is what it is. I am pleased with what I've accomplished, and that's, I think I now understand why as well game developers talk about trying to enjoy the process whilst you're doing it. Not to say that I didn't, because I did. When you figure out how to fix a bug, or you figure out like a particular kind of logic in the game to get something working, it feels like the best thing in the world. But it is weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend to be like, oh my god, yeah, I'm so happy. I am happy, but it's just, again, my soul, it feels weird. It feels like I should have closure, but I don't even feel like I have that, and I don't want to end the video on such a really weird low point. But it is kind of what it is. I don't know what to say. So in terms of my other games, I do want to finish at least a few others. I might cancel a few of them. I don't know which ones. I need to figure out which ones to cancel and which ones to finish. But one thing's for certain, I do want to finish my own original IPs. So that means I do want to finish Gatapon. And it's not because I'm kind of bored of it. I've been working on different games and I've learned new stuff, and the engine grows as well. And it is 2 years out of date in terms of the logic that I put inside of it. And I just kind of want to finish it up and just move on. And I do want to actually start again from scratch, but not that game from scratch. I want to build something very similar to Gatapon, but maybe like I don't want to say spiritual successor, but maybe something along those lines where it has the heart and soul of Gatapon, but it's slightly different, and maybe there's some things removed, some things added. It's refined, I think the word I was looking for. But before I even think about the spiritual successor, I want to finish it because it's not finished. And again, I might have to just kind of cancel and scrap some of the future ideas that I had. I'm not going to say what they were because I can't even remember what they were, but I'm just looking at the game and I'm like, it's cool, but I can do better now. Now that I've learned and I've grown as a game developer, yes, I do want to wrap up with the original Gatapon idea and try it again, but just go in with a new kind of head on my shoulders, a new kind of swagger, I'm going to shut up now. Anyways, thank you for listening and all that jazz. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.